Welcome to FEUNIX Distinctions, your premier channel for academical content. I'm here to talk about the smarter secret to academic excellence. First, let's define excellence. Excellence can be defined as the state or quality of being outstanding or extremely good. The word smarter is an acronym for the key principles to achieving academic excellence. That is SMARTER. S stands for study after every class. M stands for master the art of consistency. A stands for ask, don't assume. R stands for remove distractions. T stands for tailor your study style. E stands for embrace failure and keep going. And R stands for run with the right crowd. I am Felix Dominic, an engineer by profession and a teacher by passion. Don't forget to subscribe to FEUNIX Distinctions today and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Thank you for joining me. I welcome you to this class. This is JSS3 class. JSS3 class. We're going to enter into a fresh topic because this is lesson 4. Lesson 4 is a fresh topic, and the topic is word problem. Word problems. We are going to be solving questions that have to do with words. We'll change the words to numbers and letters. So for the first part of this work, we are going to be looking at the addition and the subtraction, that is sum and difference of word problems. Let's move on to example 1. Example 1. The sum of 4 consecutive numbers is 58. Find the numbers. Find the numbers. Yes, the sum of 4 consecutive numbers is 58. Find the numbers. First of all, we need to know what does it mean by consecutive numbers, or when we arrange something consecutively. Consecutive numbers are numbers that are arranged in such a way that the difference between them is the same. Let's say, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These numbers are consecutively arranged. Why? Because the gap between them is the same. The gap between 1 and 2 is 1. The gap between 2 and 3 is 1. The gap between 3 and 4 is 1. That is to say, we kept adding 1, 1, 1, 1. So therefore, the numbers are consecutively arranged. So if we say the sum of 4 consecutive numbers is 58, and we don't know the numbers, then we will use letters. And those letters that we are going to work on, those letters are the ones that will give us the answer. Since we don't know the 4 numbers, but their sum is 58, we have to place an assumption. We'll place the assumption that the first number is x. That's the first assumption. assume that the first number is what? X. The second one will be x plus 1. Why x plus 1? Because they are consecutively arranged. The difference between consecutive numbers, the difference is equal. That is to say, we are adding 1. We are adding 1. So if the first one is x, the second one will be x plus 1. We just added 1. Just the way we added 1 to this one to give us the next one. We added 1, it gave us this. We added 1, it gave us this. We added 1, it gave us this. That is what is happening. The first one is x. The second one is x plus 1. Then the next one will be x plus 2. Then the fourth one will be x plus 3. These are consecutive numbers. This is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one. So if you look at it, you will see that the gap between them is 1, 1. The gap between them is 1, 1. When you add 1 to this one, it gives you this. You add 1 to this one, it gives you this. You add 1 to this number. You add 1 to this number, it gives you this very one. Fine. We have set the background. We are going to move on now. The sum of 4 consecutive numbers is 58. Sum means addition. So we are going to add them. We are going to add all these very ones. That is, this very x will add the next one which is x plus 1, will add the next one which is x plus 2, we add the next one which is x plus 3. Everything equals to 58 because the sum is 58. That's what they say. We are going to bring like terms close to each other. That is this x that you are seeing here, they are like terms. Then the numbers are also like terms. So let's bring the like terms close to each other. That will be x plus x plus x plus x, then plus, let's bring the numbers 1 plus 2 plus 3, everything equal to 58. X plus x is 2x plus another x, 3x, plus this x, 4x. Then 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 6 equal to 58. At this point, we will collect like terms. We collect like terms. That is to say, this plus 6 will go across to the other side to go and meet its like term, because number will cross to go and meet number. Then this one that is later, it remains. So we have 4x equals to 58 minus 6. When a positive number go across equality, the positive will change to negative. That is what makes it to be minus 6. Here we have 4x equals to 58 minus 6 is 52. Yes, this is 4x equals to 52. To get x, we divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. 4 here, 1, 4 here, 1. We're left with x here equal to 2 here, 2, 2 here, 2 remainder, 1, 2 into 12, 6. 2 can still go between 2 and 26. 2 here, 1, 2 into 26 is 13. X equals to 13. That's to say, we have gotten the first number of the 4 consecutive numbers. Remember, we said the 4 consecutive numbers, we use letters to show them. The first one is x, the second one is x plus 1, the next one is x plus 2, and then x plus 3. So this x that we got as 13, that's the first one, that is x. So this first one is 13. Remaining the second one, since x is 13, 13 plus 1, that is 13 plus 1. Then the next one, this is 13, that is this x, plus 2. Then the next one is 13, that's x, plus 3. This will be 13. 13 plus 1 is 14. 13 plus 2 is 15. And then 13 plus 3 is 16. So these are the 4 consecutive numbers. Are they consecutive? Yes, because the gap between them is the same. 13, 14, 15, and 16. They're consecutive. And if you add them, will they give you 58? They will give you 58. That is, if you want to test your answer to know if it is correct, add all these numbers, you have your 58. And that's our answer. Let's solve the second example, and then we stop here, and then I'll give you an assignment. Example 2. It says the difference between 8 and another number is 17. Find 2 possible values for the numbers. Yes, the difference between 8 and another number is 17. Solution. What is that number that is called another number? We don't know it. Anything we don't know, we use a letter for it. Then we calculate that letter. So let the number be x. The difference between 8 and another number. Now at this point, they are not telling us if the number is subtracting 8 or 8 is subtracting the number. So we are going to do both. We'll do 8 minus the number equal to 17. The difference between 8 and another number. So it could be 8 that is subtracting the number, or the number is subtracting 8. Since they did not specify, we have to do it in 2 ways. Let's move on. Having this 8 minus x equals to 17, what are we going to do? Whenever we have a linear equation like this, we'll collect like terms. Collect like terms. That is to say, the number will be with the number and then the letter. So we can do it this way. We can take this letter across. We can take this letter across and then take the number also across to the other side, so that this number can come and meet with its fellow number. Then this letter will go and stay on the other side. So therefore, this 8 is here. This 17, since it is positive here, when it crosses to come and meet its like term, when a positive number crosses, it becomes negative. And then this is this equal to. And then this minus x is crossing to the other side. Since it is negative, When it crosses, it will come and become positive. We finished collecting our like terms. So 8 minus 17 will be minus 9. This is equal to x. Minus 9 equals to x, or x equal to minus 9 is the same thing. And that's our answer. Another way we can do this work is x minus 8 equal to 17, because the question said the difference between 8 and another number. The question did not specify which one comes first. That is why we are doing it in two ways. Now x is coming first, then this, the difference between 8 and another number, 8 and another number is 17. Let's collect like terms as usual. Collect like terms. As we are collecting this like term, this minus 8 will cross to the other side to come and meet its like term. Then this x will remain here. The x is positive, so it will remain here. So we have this x here. This is our equal to, this 17 is here. When this minus 8 comes to this side, it will come and become plus 8. Because when a negative number crosses equality, it turns to positive. So at this point, this is our x is equal to 17 plus 8 is 25. That's our answer. So our two possible answers are x equals to minus 9 and x equal to 25. Let me solve another example so that we can get this very well. Example 3. Find the positive difference. Find the positive difference between minus 7 and minus 12. Yes, find the positive difference between minus 7 and minus 12. Whenever you are asked to find the positive difference, what it means is that make sure you write the bigger number first minus the smaller number. The word difference means minus. Write the bigger number, then the smaller number. Let me cite a small example before solving this one. If we are asked to find the positive difference between 8 and 2, the answer will be 8 minus 2, which is equal to 6. Yes, because 8 is bigger than 2. So 8 minus 2, that's the positive difference. There is a little mystery behind negative number. If you are dealing with negative numbers, the bigger the number looks, that is how smaller it is. Now, if we want to apply what we just said, positive difference between minus 7 and minus 12, it looks as if minus 12 is bigger than minus 7. But that's not true. If you are dealing with negative numbers, the bigger the number looks, that is how smaller it is. For example, minus 5,000 is smaller than minus 2. It's far smaller than minus 2. Minus 6,000 is smaller than 1. Far smaller. So we need to get this. If you are dealing with negative numbers, the bigger the number looks, so that is how smaller it is. So applying what we say, if you are to find a positive difference, you write the bigger number first, then the smaller number. So minus 7 is bigger than minus 12. So you write minus 7 difference, that is subtract minus 12. That will be minus 7. Where you have minus and minus in the same place is plus. Minus 7 plus 12. So minus 7 plus 12 will give you 5. And that's our answer. So at this point, I'm going to leave you with work. I'll give you just 4 questions as assignments. Do your best to do these assignments. It will help you. Question number 1. Find the sum of 12 and 9. If you do this work well, which I expect everybody to do this work well, your answer will be 21. Question number 2. Find the sum of minus 2 and minus 3.4. Minus 2 and minus 3.4. Let me write it here again. Minus 2 and minus 3.4. If your work is correct, your answer will be minus 5.4. Question number 3. Find the positive difference between 6.7 and 9.8. If your work is correct, your final answer will be 3.1. The last question, question number 4. Find the positive difference between 16 and minus 2. If your work is correct, your final answer will be 18. So we are going to stop here. Please do your best to do these assignments. Snap your work and upload it to me on WhatsApp through the same number. 08061573528. And don't forget to hit the subscription button, like and share. Thank you. Have a nice day.